Hi. If you're interested about Tantra, you probably did some research online already. Maybe you saw some YouTube videos, maybe you saw some websites, and I'm pretty sure that the information that you found is quite confusing because different videos, different websites are saying different things, and sometimes we look at all this information that we have online about Tantra and we wonder what is the connection between all this and what is actually Tantra. It's quite confusing. So I made this short video just to explain the simple differences we have in Tantra, and with this explanation you can actually find which Tantra fits you and which direction you need to look for in order to find the Tantra that you're looking for. My name is Naama Negbi, or Kamala, and I'm a teacher of traditional Tantra, international teaching. And it was important for me to do these videos to bring some clarity around this subject. So let's dive straight in. Very broadly, we can divide firstly Tantra into two. There is Tibetan Tantra and there is Indian Tantra. In general, we can say that they are similar in some things. Both of them are more on the traditional Tantra. Both of them are lineages or paths that are directed into spiritual awakening, into energy work and spiritual work. Yeah. In this video, I'll speak mostly about Indian Tantra because I did not really study Tibetan Tantra and I don't want to speak about something I do not know. But just for this video, what I will say that you can see if you have, if you're more attracted into Buddhist teachings or to Indian teachings. And most probably you will find yourself either in Tibetan Tantra or Indian Tantra according to your heart call, if it's Buddhist or more Indian. So let's dive now more into the Indian Tantra. Okay, and here again, I'm going to split it into two. And these two will be traditional Tantra and what I will call for this video Neo-Tantra. And if you will go to any traditional Tantra courses or teachings, you'll see that they are more related to a spiritual work, energy work, mostly dedicated to spiritual awakening, purifying the chakras, purifying the channels of energy, working with different traditional tantric purification practices, such as working with mantras, working with sacred geometry, working with sacred fire, different herbal application on the body, which is coming from the tantric tradition. Profound teachings like Kashmir Shaivism, which are more philosophical and can bring us into a very deep understanding about the spiritual realm, you can say, and about this world. So the traditional Tantra, it's more about a spiritual approach to life, a spiritual path. And if we are interested in this path, we will find workshops which are about clearing the chakras, doing Tantra yoga, doing meditation, and working on our energy challenge, on our meditation, and on our consciousness. Okay, so if we're interested in using energy into spiritual awakening and working on our Kundalini, on the Kundalini energy, rising the Kundalini, rising the consciousness with the help of our Kundalini, then traditional Tantra is what we normally are looking for. And this traditional Tantra is a very profound and beautiful path which I chose in my life, and I love it a lot because there is so much into it, and we can find different lineages in the traditional Tantra. Now, if you look on the Neo-Tantra, if you're interested in the Neo-Tantra, you will probably look for workshops that are working with sexuality and consciousness. So these Neo-Tantra workshops are normally dedicated to therapy, working on our emotions and any therapy work related to sexuality or to our consciousness in general. And it's normally when we go to Neo-Tantra workshops, they are also dedicated specifically into sexuality. So these workshops will be like couple workshops, awakening the sexual energy, making a connection between sexuality and spirituality. And in these new Tantra workshops, some of them we can find that they are actually coming from tantric, I would say tantric tradition, but I'm going to explain this in a moment. But we'll find that they are coming from Tantra yoga or are connected to Tantra yoga practices, having some tantric ideas behind them. And these workshops are actually, sometimes are not actually Tantra. You know, this is why we can call them more neo-Tantra. Some of them have nothing to do with Tantra, but they are very good on the level of learning about sexuality and opening up and making the connection between sexuality and spirituality. Having said that, we have to remember that actually they are neo-Tantra and not traditional Tantra. Let's jump back into the traditional Tantra, because in the traditional Tantra, we do have teachings about sexuality, but in the traditional Tantra, we have right hand and left hand, right hand and left hand Tantra. Right hand Tantra is the one I explained before about traditional Tantra. Left hand Tantra can have sexual teachings about it, yeah? We can find sexual teachings about in the traditional Tantra, but these are very rare. My teacher, Guruji Raj Kumar Baswar, is saying that there are maybe 3 teachers now in India teaching about left-hand Tantra, which is related to sexuality. And these teachers are only receiving 2 people at a time for this spiritual work, and they have to do a lot of purification work before they even come into any kind of intimacy. Yeah. So, and even then, the practices are so profound and so rare that there's something completely different from what we learn in the Neo-Tantra. So even spiritual work, which is left-hand Tantra, inside the traditional Tantra, is not the workshops that we can find today in the sexuality realm of Tantra. So having said that, we understand that when we're looking for a workshop related into Tantra, we either look for the spiritual work of Tantra or about the connection between sexuality and spirituality, or just opening up to sexuality. So when you're looking for Tantra, you can try and see to which direction you're looking for and start searching in this direction. So if you're interested in sexuality, go and look more for Neo-Tantra. And if you're looking for the spiritual path, go and look for traditional Tantra. And then it's going to be easier for you to find what you need and not getting confused so much from what there is out there in the market of Tantra. So I just want to remind you that this explanation was a very simplified explanation just to make some order in what there is out there. And feel free to contact me and ask any questions about this subject or comment under this video. I'll be happy to answer. And I really, really hope that you find the path that fits whatever you're looking for exactly. There is no good or bad here. Nothing is better than the other. It's just what is right for you. So I hope you find the path which is right for you and that you enjoy Tantra, because Tantra is beautiful, either traditional Tantra or Neo-Tantra. I hope that you enjoyed your path of Tantra the same way that I do, because I think it's an amazing path. And feel free to contact me and enjoy. Thank you.